Hi everyone, welcome to today's class. The topic is negotiations. One of the most important skills in daily business life is the ability to negotiate. In general terms, a negotiation is a resolution of conflict. We enter negotiations in order to start or continue a relationship and resolve an issue. Some people are naturally stronger negotiators and are capable of getting their needs met more easily than others. Without the ability to negotiate, people break off relationships, quit jobs, or deliberately avoid conflict and uncomfortable situations. Here are some examples of different types of business negotiations. A negotiation between a manager and a clerk, maybe negotiating a promotion, between an employer and a potential employee, negotiating perhaps job benefits, a customer and a client, a salesperson and a client, perhaps trying to make a sale, two business partners making decisions about investments, or two companies possibly negotiating a merger. While some people may be naturally more skillful as negotiators, everyone can learn to negotiate. And as they often say in business, everything is negotiable. Some techniques and skills that aid people in the negotiating process include aiming high, visualizing the end results, treating opponents with respect and honesty, preparing ahead of time, and exhibiting confidence. So here's some language that you could possibly use in negotiations to show understanding or agreement on a point. I agree with you on that point. That's a fair suggestion. So what you're saying is that, in other words, you feel that you have a strong point there. I think we can both agree that I don't see any problem with that or any harm in that. Here's some language to use for objecting to a point or an offer. I understand where you're coming from. However, I'm prepared to compromise, but the way I look at it, or the way I see things, if you look at it from my point of view, I'm afraid I had something different in mind. That's not exactly how I look at it. From my perspective, I'd have to disagree with you there. I'm afraid that doesn't work for me. Is that your best offer? Vocabulary for contracts. Agreement. An arrangement between two or more people or countries, etc. Appendix. An additional or supplementary material at the end of a contract or a book, and so on. Arbitration. A settlement of a dispute by a person chosen by both parties. The verb form is to arbitrate. Article or clause. A particular statement or stipulation in a contract. Condition. Something necessary before the performance of something else. Force majeure. Superior power, unforeseeable event, excusing one party from fulfilling a contract. Fulfill. To satisfy a condition, to complete the required task. Herein. In here, or in this document. Stipulate. To demand or require as an essential condition. The noun form is stipulation. Terms. Conditions or stipulations. Hereto. To this document or attached hereto. Party. The people forming one side of an agreement. Warrant. To give formal assurance, to guarantee. On behalf of, in the interest of. Null and void. Invalid, without legal force, not binding. Okay, so now let's practice what we've learned. Some questions. What are some consequences of being a poor negotiator? What are some techniques that aid people in negotiations? Imagine your business partner has looked at your sales forecast for the next year and has said that you need to be more ambitious. What are 3 different ways to say that you agree? Imagine you own a coffee shop and one of your employees is requesting a pay rise. What are 3 different ways to politely object? Complete the following sentences. Conditions or stipulations in a contract are called. The people forming one side of an agreement are referred to as. If you are acting in the interest of another person, you are acting. To satisfy a condition or to complete the required task is to a requirement. If you demand a certain condition in a contract, you are. Define the following terms. And that brings us to the end of today's class. For more information on our one-to-one classes with a native speaking teacher, visit speakeasy1to1.com. Thanks for watching.